viewers and subscribers, welcome to another episode. People, in today's episode, we want to discuss the ongoing issues between the left and the right people in South Africa. Now, being left and being right has nothing to do with race, but it's all got to do with your belief systems, what you believe in. So, race is not an issue. So, let's not make this one about race, but rather about our belief systems. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, we family, right? Holler. People, today we're talking about left and right? So we want to attack both left and both right in equal measure, right? So let's start with the right, because I feel like the right pushes racial politics to the max. I think that's the agenda. They're all about supremacy. They're all about race. They're all about inequality. They're all about self-indulgence. They're all about elitists. They're all about class. They're all about finance. They're all about money. They're all about exclusion and exclusivity. And that the right needs to stop, right? The right-wing parties feel that they are better than everybody else. They may not say it out bluntly, but the politics point in that direction. And that is freaking obvious. Hell, they're not even hiding it anymore, basically. Okay, that's the right. Let's attack the left. The left push thuggery, thievery, skullduggery. They are all about stealing. They're all about cronism. They're all about feeding and eating. They're all about friendships and comrades. And they're all about this band of merry men that forms an exclusive club that the majority are not party to. So I don't get it. I don't understand how politics in South Africa can survive with these two extremes at the helm. I just don't get it. I mean, let's look at it like this, right? The ANC is in government, all right? The ANC is the dominant party at the moment, even though they're below the 50%. They're still the biggest party, still the dominant force in South Africa. Even we are still shocked that 30 years later, the ANC is still here, right? The ANC has promoted, in the beginning, equality, fairness, more work, more freedom, and just a whole balance for everybody. Cool. We all jumped on that bandwagon. What has happened since then? Since then, it has become a party of friends, of comrades, of fractured factions, and only those that align with certain leaders and people get to sit at the table. Everyone else get to watch as the people at the table eat and feast and throw crumbs at everybody else. Since then, the ANC and its coalition people of left-wing parties have introduced policies and acts that have sidelined the majority of South Africa. Since then, they have played critical roles in bringing down the economy and everything else that comes with it. The ANC have undoubtedly ruined South Africa. South Africa. They have shattered many South African lives. They started off doing good, building houses, building roads, building this, giving electricity, giving. All that was a scam from the beginning, because they always go back and refer to the past. But we did that. But we did. Keyword did. What are you doing? Not did. Doing is the word, is the catchphrase now. What are you doing? Lately, people are deflecting because nothing is being done, even though you're doing something. But it's nothing compared to what you first did. You did a lot. Then it started dwindling over the years. Why? Because then your pockets, then your friends' pockets, your family's pockets, your comrades' pockets, your cronies' pockets started to matter more than the people. At first, you were a party for the people. Now you happen to be a party of yourselves. It's like vote us into power so we can eat more. It's now our time to eat. That is what the left is all about. The left had this great idea of trying to bridge the wealth gap, the wealth divide, by introducing BEE. And we all thought that was a brilliant idea. And for the time, it actually looked like that was the right way to go because it was all about integration, mixing, intermingling, and sharing equity, thereby bringing about equality among everybody. So we started with the military and the police integration. That was a great thing, guys. Come on. It was a great thing. Down the line, they found loopholes. They started learning what money means, the meaning of money, what money can buy you, what money can do. Oh, then they found this great thing called tenders. And from there, it was no longer about South Africans. It was all about party members. That's the political left that we know about. Let's move on to the right side. The right always, always have to push the race agenda. Push the race card. They have to. They have to defend privilege. They have to defend supremacy. They have to defend class. They have to defend the indefensible. And that is the politics of the right. The right caters for a few. The right never caters to the majority. The right caters for a very few. And in that few is a certain race group, and it excludes everybody else. They don't say it, but you can clearly see it. And it's in the plain open for everybody to see. Now, people are going to say to me, you are criticizing both sides, which is fine, but which side do you really support? And I'm saying, I don't support either side. I will tell you now, I vote DA because I'm in the Western Cape. Any other vote in the Western Cape is a vote for nothing. It's a wasted vote, really. The DA, to be honest, is by far the better governing party in South Africa. And the results speak for themselves. So if you live in the Western Cape, sorry, if you live in the Western Cape, you would know that voting for the DA is the way to go. Although there are many in the Western Cape who do not vote DA because they see the DA as racist, as whatever, which I agree with. The DA is undoubtedly a racist party. We know it, we see it, we live in the Western Cape. They don't have to try and explain themselves to us. Just their hierarchy already just explains itself. I mean, they've fired more non-white people in their party than any other party on this planet. You know, it's plain to see, right? How many white people do you know that have left the DA? Like, have been fired from the DA? How many? You can count them on one hand. But the ones that have left voluntarily have been fired. Man, 2 hands plus your 2 feet can't. Not enough, bro. Just not enough. That's racism at its core. You know what I'm saying? But We have to give props where props is due, right? The DA's Cape Town Metro consistently being voted the best run municipality in the country. The DA's Cape Town is constantly being voted one of the most beautiful cities in the world. That's the right side of politics. Let's look at the left side of politics. Johannesburg is the left's crown jewel. Hell, we could even throw in Johannesburg to help out. Or we could throw in Durban to help out, since Joburg doesn't have an ocean to compete with Cape Town. Can Durban really compete with Cape Town on a governance level? No. Hell no. Can Joburg compete with Cape Town on a governance level? No, no, no. Politics in South Africa is so difficult. It's not as simple as a right versus a wrong party. It's not like there's a party that it's other countries, they have parties that clearly just do wrong things, and there are parties that just want to, excuse me, they just want to do right things. But South African politics, it's just it's unbelievable. You know, it's it's hard to it's hard to even think how you should vote, because I would love to vote for the left. I would love to vote for the ANC. Well, the earlier ANC, the 1994 ANC, that version of the ANC. I'd love to vote for that version of the ANC. You know, leftist, equality, building, bringing electricity, building bridges, building this infrastructure. You know, just opening up the country to everybody. That's the ANC I was looking forward to. Fortunately, it's not the case. Then we go forward to the DA. Here is the DA doing miraculous things in Cape Town, building my city first, bridges, building this, bringing investment, making the city look beautiful wherever they want it to look beautiful, ignoring colored and black areas, still looking as if they're still back in the dark ages. And still, somehow, they are the ones who actually know how to govern, even with their racist policies in place. Then you have a party on the left that doesn't know how to govern, but is less racist and more accommodating and more open to everyone and everything. So, as a South African, how do you vote, left or right? Do you go according to the color of your skin, or do you go according to your conscience? Do you go according to your pocket? Do you go according to your wallet? Do you go according to your levels of corruption? Let's look at the left. The left is as corrupt to the core, to the core. Any tender, fraudulent, anything that you can think of, the ANC has corrupted any possible system. Wherever there's an opportunity for the ANC to eat, they will eat, even if it means bringing down that institution or that state-run enterprise. Let's look on the right. The right has been accused, allegedly, by people for being bedfellows with shady characters and people, and they also corrupt to the core, but theirs is in a subtle way because they disguise their corruption in business deals and in this deals, whereas in the ANC it's like a direct from the trough to the mouth type of corruption. Both are corrupt, but in different mannerisms, but different ways. So how do you vote? Do you vote for the least obvious party that's corrupt, or do you vote for the party that's openly corrupt, that shows that yes, we are here for the money? Or you go for the one that shows that, well, we don't really care about the money, but we really just do care that a certain elite is well looked after, while throwing crumbs at the others? Hence I say, I am not left and I am not right. What I am, though, is for truth. My truth bounces off the left and off the right. When the right is right, then I am right. When the left is right, then I am left. And that's how I think we should all look at it. So, in closing, we cannot look at right wing politics and say, I vote for DA because I simply believe in their politics and totally turn a blind eye to their corruption and their wrongdoings. We need to call it out. Similarly, we cannot blindly vote for the ANC simply because they brought about freedom and because we believe in everything they do without calling out their wrongdoings. It's just not the right way to do things. We need to be accountable for our vote. We need to make sure that we vote for the least corrupt, least racist, most competent, and the most caring, and the least of the two evils. If the right is evil to the core, then we need to go left. If the left is evil and corrupt to the core, then we need to go right. That's just the way I think. That's just the way I feel. The one thing I hate, to be honest, about the right is that they are not in power. They challenge everything. They even going ahead as far as challenging courts when things don't go their way. One thing I hate about the left has gone out of its way to make sure that they exclude people, experienced people from the economy by introducing legislation and policies that actually bring the country to its knees simply because they want to flex their left muscles. And in so doing, it's the country that suffers. They don't get to feel it because they get their 1.2 million a month salaries or 1.2 million a year salaries. With that said, I wish we could all be on the same page. I wish we could all think the same. I wish that we could all see the bigger picture. Fortunately, life doesn't happen that way. We cannot have a yin without a yang. You cannot have a right without a wrong. You cannot have an up without a down. And we cannot have a day without a night. So, in doing so, when you vote, vote consciously. Vote for something or someone that you truly believe is going to transform your life and the life of others. Do not vote simply based on race. Do not vote simply based on corrupt ways. Do not vote simply because this politician looks like you. Let's vote for the most competent and least corrupt politicians or political parties. That's my 2 cents for the day. Let me know what you think about this topic. Was I on the money or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, we family, right? Holler.